Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You're watching MC Car Kid, and today we're back in the Greenville revamp today with another update which added 6 new cars and 13 individual trims. Along with that, we're in front of Hunties because there's also an animation that was added that we're going to check out. So before we go and check that out, the 6 new cars added are the 2021 Vellfire Robust, the 2021 Avantismo Amorback, the 2020 Tuscani Tone, the 2017 Wolfsburg Karen, the 2017 Chevlon Transverse, and the 1990 Mazuku Laguna. So let's take a look at this show.
Summertime fun, soaking up the sun, wet and splashy, we'll be soaking with the done. Yeah. Are you ready to get wet and splashy? Bring your super soaker, cause it's getting wet and splashy. It's some summertime fun, we're getting wet and splashy. Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you? Got your trunks and towel too? Put the sunscreen right on your face. Get your nose, it's not hard to do. And guess what? If you wanna ride, my mom just bought us a slip and slide. That's not your speed? Okay, that's fine. The pool is now open. Go take a dive. You don't know my small surprise. Water fight, it's gonna be fly. And I'm gonna hit you in the face right with this water balloon. You'll get decked, you'll get soaked. Perfect throw, a good joke. Take a break from getting reamed because my mama's bringing up ice cream. What? Gobble it, swallow it, dripping down into your hand. Quick, click, fast before you let it get all over, man. I wanna get back in there. Gotta make the most of summertime. I got my lotion reapplying. No birds, I'm feeling fine. Cannonball, belly flop. I dive down deep because I just can't stop. I'm holding my breath and I see something. Did someone lose this belly button ring? Grab your goggles and your floaties for this wet and splashy. I bought a noodle just for fun at this wet and splashy. My water pistol fully loaded for this wet and splashy. Make it rain with our soakers at this wet and splashy. Look, I got a hard hitter, got a super soaker with a pump action, 40 ounces over what your gun has. Need a new piece, brother, you got wrecked, dude, now this game's over. We wanna play chicken and I'll be on top, but there's my dad, he tells us to stop. He got a lecture, please stop all your clowning, no horseplay in here. You might end up drowning and then you will flail, then you will gulp. You'll start to gag, you'll start to choke, then I'll have to give you mouth to mouth and clear all the stuff out your throat. Drink some of this, it's just a Dasani, you gotta hydrate when you're at a pool party. We jump back in and my dad's right behind me, we get his clothes wet and he's yelling at me. I'm a summertime king with flip-flops, beach chair, shades all black, there's some slick aviators, now I'm on my knees, boogie born skills umami, yeah girl that's right, I'm Johnny Tsunami. Now the day's done and it's time to eat, cause my dad bought meat and the hamburger buns. Big G stand for grill master, oh your dad can grill, mine can do it faster. Good hang, did a pool thing, we got wet and splashy, let me explain. If you love this and need summer vibes when you want some pool, you just say my name. Yeah, you know that we got wet and splashy. Bring your floaties and your toys for this wet and splashy. Let the summer never stop at this wet and splashy. From the top, diving drop, you got wet and splashy. Now get your things and towel off from the wet and splashy. We feeling hot at this wet and splashy. Macaroni and hot dogs at the wet and splashy. There's some friends at my house. 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 There's some friends at my
house. So the first car on the list is the 2021 Vellfire Robust, and the way I have this thing built is in the trim LE in the color Lunar Rock and with the LE rims. Now, I believe this is meant to resemble the 2021 Toyota Highlander. Doesn't look too bad, but let's hop into this thing, and doesn't sound too bad when you rev it, but let's take a look at the lighting. You have brake lights, turn signals, reverse lights, running lights, headlights, and turn signals in the front, along with your horn. Ha! That horn is... The horn is a bit weird, but, I think people would move out of your way if you get honked by that. I do love how precise and realistic the lighting is. And sorry about a late upload today. The update actually came out pretty late. I'm not complaining because I know it is a lot of work to release an update, but it did come out pretty late, and I know a lot of people were waiting for this update to come out, so sorry about the later upload. Let's get up to the top speed on this thing. Top speed is going to be 116 miles per hour, which isn't too bad, and you're braking. Not gonna lie, braking is pretty good, but we're not gonna do a 0 to 60 test, but let's take a look at acceleration if you're just sitting at a traffic light and you want to floor it. 3, 2, 1, go. Not bad. I don't think you're gonna be beating anybody in a race, but you may be able to get some distance between the person behind you. Next on the list is the 2021 Avantismo Amorback, and the way I have this thing built is in the trim plus black optics in the color carrot beige metallic and with the black optic rims. Now I believe this thing is meant to resemble the 2021 Audi A6, S, and S6, and I've been waiting so long for them to add another Audi, and they finally did, and I'm so happy. Let's take a look at your lighting. You have brake lights, turn signals, running lights, headlights, turn signals in the front, and you do have mirror turn signals. That is your horn. And turbo sounds and supercharger sounds were also added to every car that has one, and I believe this thing has one. It's very faint, but you can definitely hear it. I'm not sure if it has a turbo or a supercharger, but you can definitely hear something under that hood. Top speed on this thing is going to be 151 miles per hour, and braking isn't too bad. The other RAV4 was better. And now let's take a look at acceleration if you're just sitting at a traffic light and you want to floor it without launching it. 3, 2, 1, go. Not too bad. You'll definitely gain some distance between the person behind you, but once you get up to about 100, this thing just pulls. I do also think the noise under the hood is a bit excessive, but I think it still sounds pretty good. And I do really like this black optic package on this thing. Next on the list is the 2020 Tuscany Tone, and then we have this thing built in the trim SE in the color Olympus Silver and with the SE rims. And I believe this thing is meant to resemble the 2020 Hyundai Accent. So let's hop into this thing. If I can get in. And my gauges just changed. I don't know why. But let's take a look at your lighting of brake lights, turn signals, horn, which doesn't sound too bad. That is a new horn. Running lights, headlights. Are these things LED? Non-LED headlights, surprisingly, and your turn signals. I'm not really sure why. Oh, also reverse lights. I'm not really sure why this thing is, why the gauge is changed for this thing, but I do kind of like it when it's over here better. Just my personal preference. I do like that horn though. Now this thing is not the fastest, I will say, but your top speed is going to be over faster than the RAV4, 136 miles per hour in 6th gear, and your braking, once we get to flat ground, braking is pretty good, almost as good as the RAV4, and acceleration. Acceleration is a bit slow, but I don't really know what you expect from a base model $20,000 Hyundai Accent, which is pretty slow. Next on the list is the 2017 Wolfsburg Karen. Now I'm not really sure what car this is meant to resemble, but the way I have this thing built is in the 2.0 turbo in the color indium gray and with the base rims. I know it is a Volkswagen, but I'm not really familiar with the Volkswagen minivans, so I can't really say what it's meant to resemble. Let's take a look at your lighting. You have brake lights, turn signals, reverse lights, running lights, headlights, turn signals in the front, mirror turn signals, and your horn. Same horn from a lot of other cars. Now this thing's lighting actually surprised me how realistic this is. It's usually only like the first couple of cars that have super realistic lighting, but this thing has really realistic lighting, and your fog lights unfortunately don't work. Top speed is going to be 126 miles per hour in 6th gear, and braking. Braking is pretty good, and let's take a look at acceleration. Again, you do also have like a turbo or a supercharger under the hood. I'm not really sure what it is. Again, it is a bit excessive, but it still sounds good. And acceleration wasn't too bad. You definitely, again, won't be beating anybody in a race, but it's not terrible. Next on the list is the 2017 Chevlon Transverse, and the way I have this thing built in the LS trim in the color blue velvet metallic and with the base rims. And I believe this thing is meant to resemble the Chevy Traverse. They do also have a newer Chevy Traverse in the game. But let's take a look at your lighting. You have brake lights, turn signals, reverse lights, running lights, horn, turn signals on the front, and headlights. LED headlights on this thing. You do have a bit of body roll on this thing expected from an SUV, but nothing too bad. Nothing that's going to interfere with your driving. Let's try and head back this way, back towards the dealership. This thing, honestly, I think that, the RAV4, honestly, so far is the slowest. 143 is the top speed on this thing in 6th gear also, and braking isn't awful, but I don't really know what you expect from a big full-size or mid-size crossover like this. And acceleration, it's not too bad, but it's nothing crazy. Our final car is the 1990 Mazuku Laguna, and the way I have this thing built is in the open top trim in the color classic red and with the base alternative rims. Now this thing, I thought it was going to come in the last update, but it was worth the wait not coming in the last update. This is meant to resemble the 1990 Mazda Miata, and I think this thing looks awesome. I love the Miatas, they're so cute, I just love Miatas. Let's take a look at your lighting though. You have turn signals in the front and back, brake lights, running lights, reverse lights, and headlights. You have the cutest pop-up headlights. And I do have the open top trim, which is convertible with a decently realistic interior, not gonna lie. Your horn, pretty aggressive horn on a tiny car like this, we'll say. I just think this thing is so cute. I love Miatas. 110 miles per hour is going to be the top speed in 5th gear on this thing, and braking. Wow, braking! This thing definitely wins for braking. That was fast. And acceleration. I forgot to do acceleration, so we'll just stop here. Acceleration. Acceleration isn't too bad. This is probably the slower of the bunch, acceleration-wise, but this is just the cutest little thing. With that said though, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. Please consider subscribing. Go check out this new update in Greenville. Peep the little new Christmas outfit. I think this looks pretty cool with the little beanie and sweater. Go join the Discord MC Carkid fan server. Again, go check out the Discord, especially this Miata. This is definitely my favorite car in the entire update. Again, go join the Discord. Please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.